What is going on, guys? This is your boy XQ420 welcoming y'all back. Another episode, Showtime with the Cube. I've got the panel with us today. We've got the powerful one, Corey Hughes. Corey, are you going to be overpowered today?
I'm radiating with power.
Radiating. We got the aficionado, Ryder Lee. Ryder, you doing good this afternoon?
Doing great, X Cube. Thanks for having me back on. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah. Today, guys, it's going to be the Cocaine Bear. But first, we got to get through the usual rigmarole. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. You watch us on YouTube. If you listen to us on podcast platforms, hit the follow button there. We appreciate everybody who's been checking us out so far. So as I said today, guys, Cocaine Bear. All right. A little bit of a callback to what we say 80s, 90s movies.
Yeah,
for sure. Did you have
Absolutely.
that feeling when you watched it? I just want initial thoughts of the film overall, and I'll just go with Corey to start off with.
Sure. This movie had controversial themes. It had no acting talent. It had no real plot, and I loved every minute of it. The movies that we're getting in the modern era are so overthought and overdone, overproduced, that they're just not fun anymore. And this movie was great. I mean, it had kids doing cocaine. It had everything. No boobs, but it had everything but boobs. It had boobs that I'd give it a 10, but
it was missing the tit. It was missing the tit. Ryder, what's your initial thoughts on the film besides the tit? What could that be a thought for yours as well? Did you miss the tit?
I mean, if we would have just had a little side boob or something, I don't think there was any kind of partial nudity, full nudity.
We didn't have the park ranger. I mean, she was a tasty morsel.
Oh, yeah. Them thighs, baby. Give me them thighs.
Oh, man. She was a tasty morsel. Hey, look. Slow Tuesday? I mean, you can go ahead.
That's pretty much how it was. But no, I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was really good. It was a callback to late 70s, 80s action flicks, which was really cool. I really got that vibe throughout the film, especially at the end, how it just gets ridiculous, and the cocaine just falls off of the side of the cliff on the waterfall, and then it explodes, and then somehow some of it gets into the bear, and then the bear comes back to life. It's classic 80s action flick going on in there. But yeah, it was very entertaining, and I like that aspect of it because, just echoing what Corey said, it was a good just to be able to sit back and have a shut your brain off and not have to think about a bunch of shit. Like we need more of that in these newer movies. We need to just shut our brain off and not think about integrating different parts of different films and stuff like that. And we should be able to just sit back and relax, eat some freaking popcorn, have some of that nacho seasoning and throw it on that popcorn and just eat some snacks.
But you got to bring your own nacho seasoning to the theater.
You have
That's
to.
the key.
Well, it's a must.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So you telling me you don't want more stuff like, Inception? Interstellar.
Oh no, I love those kinds of movies. They're great. Yeah, I actually really like Tenet.
You got to watch them in slow motion so you can figure out the hell going on.
No, but Inception is awesome. I think there just needs to be a good balance here. We just need a good balance of turn your brain off, just watch a freaking bear do some cocaine and kill some people. We need more plots like that, and not all intricate and everything.
Here's one of the biggest problems I have with this film is that when you have bricks of cocaine, they ain't just loose powder everywhere. They bricks, okay? So there wasn't no chunks of cocaine flying everywhere. It was powder. They drop a bindle and that powder was flying everywhere. That is not realistic. And that was the only unrealistic part of the whole film.
I agree.
This is what Corey picks up. It ain't nothing else. It's the powder. The cocaine was a little bit too powdery, guys. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? We're being very sophisticated today. It's just like, so this whole thing. That's what you picked up on. Yeah, I am former police officer. So that's what I picked up on. This movie had a similar vibe to me as well. And almost had the similar vibe of the Violent Night. You know,
Uh,
a movie, simple plot, a one-off. You go right
Film
through
of the
it.
year 2022.
Yeah, man, it's film of the year. There it is, a film of the year. Yeah, you shut your mind off. You can watch it. You can enjoy what you're seeing, and then you can move on. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything in there that was thought provoking, and I'm fine with that. All right, I'm fine with that. You need that every once in a while because there's plenty of stuff out here right now that is overly thought provoking. Actually, that's about all they're making right now. That's got a twist on a twist with a twist, and then you'd be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch it 3 or 4 times before you pick up on what you actually watched. So that is kind of refreshing with everything that's out right now, which we're going to have another film like that coming out here in a couple weeks. John Wick. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be, hey, it's a guy with a gun, and he's going to be killing people. You're like, cool. That's what I'm going to say. I mean, that's it.
Gun fu.
Yeah. That's it. So
And the best thing about John Wick, let me say this real quick. The best thing about John Wick is that they filmed episodes 4 and 5 back to back. So we should be due for another John Wick in like less than a year. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is right. I think they're both coming out fairly close to each other. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this. Who was your favorite character in this film? And I'm gonna start with you, Ryder. I mean, you can pick the bear if you want to pick the bear. I've got somebody else I'm gonna pick, but who was your favorite character in this film?
Well, the film is super forgettable. I don't really remember anything about it other than it's just a bear running around and killing people.
Come on, man.
To get people's character names and all this shit, like I have no idea the names of any of the people.
You ain't got to give me the character name because I'll give it to you if you just tell me, just give me a description, okay? If you give me a description, that's just somebody for me that kind of made the film for me, and it wasn't the bear. I'll go ahead and throw mine out there, okay?
Okay.
It's the fat ass park ranger. All right, Ranger Liz. I don't know why, but I was like that. She was like perfect, like the whole time. She's got this old goofball in there that she's trying to have sex with, Peter. I'm like, this dude is like clueless. She over here bending over, trying to sexify herself. I'm like, what is happening? And then when they get back, she's trying to shoot the bear, and she blows my man's whole head off. That was classic, Bo. I was like, it's like, open the door, wow. I said, damn, she shot his whole head off. It's a bad shot, Bo. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I enjoyed her. Corey, did you have anybody that you enjoyed?
Well, I really liked the mom's kind of fucking fupa pants that she wore. Those were kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
The throwback to the 80s pants. Yeah, I dug it.
Yeah, Carrie Russell, her name was Sarah in there. Yeah, she was kind of a mama bear. She was a mama bear.
Yeah, she was a mama bear for sure. But her son was pretty damn funny. The son was funny, especially when they got the cocaine all up on their face. That was was good.
Oh yeah, that was classic. Man, my man sitting there, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've done a whole lot of cocaine in my life." It's just like, what's the first thing they do? They eat it. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I mean,
dude, the scoops they ate was like 3 grams. That's like they be zooted out of their mind the rest of the film.
Yeah. Give us this. Eating it, do you get the same effects, Corey?
I don't know.
By eating it.
I genuinely don't know that. I don't think so. I don't think you would. I never heard of people eating it, but like that's some weird stuff there.
Do you think that's a Googleable thing? Do you think
you can Google it?
I mean,
you can
eating
get the
cocaine
same effects from eating it, but most people, it's called parachuting it. So they'll just wrap it up in like a piece of toilet paper or something, put a bunch of cocaine in there, and then just eat it. It's injectable, it's snortable, and it's eatable. It does almost the same thing. Just the effects of it takes longer to hit.
Hold on a sec. Did you say wrap it in some toilet paper?
Yeah, it's called parachuting it, bro. You ain't never done some cocaine, dog? Shit.
No, I ain't even never seen this stuff, man. Bo, I mean, I'm sheltered. I mean, I'm from a suburban neighborhood, man. I had a drinking career. That's about all I had. You know what I'm saying? As far as hard drugs, I mean, I've seen some weed, but But not even pills. I ain't even really seen no pills. Somebody about, hey, yeah, some pills. I don't even know about that. But I mean, I've sheltered myself. All right. So yeah, I'm out of the loop. I've never heard of parachuting. That's a new one on me. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it does have it up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it can be consumed orally, but the effects of it slower. Okay. Okay. Oh, but don't worry, it can cause seizures, cardiac arrest, and long-term health problems. So, I mean, we ain't worried about that. Hey, do you think the kids will have any type of long-term problems after this? They did eat quite a bit.
I think it'd be all right.
Right. I mean, right. What do you think? You seeing how you the aficionado himself? You know what I'm saying? You done parachuted us out here. you dropping knowledge on the people out there in the crowd.
I didn't say that I'd ever done it. Okay, I just know that's how you. That's how you. If you ingest it, it's with any drug. You can take any drug orally, and it has the same effect, just like snorting it or like shooting it up. It's the same thing. It's just all different in the way that you do it. But
okay.
I really liked the park ranger's death the best because there's a lot of deaths in this movie, and I think hers was the most satisfying. I liked her as a character, but I think hers was the most brutal. It was super brutal, and I even cringed a little bit whenever I watched it. I was like gritting my teeth like hardcore. I was like, holy shit. When she strapped down into the back of that ambulance and then the bear is chasing after her and then she falls out the back and just scrapes her freaking face on the road as it's driving. I was like, holy shit, that is a brutal way to go. And then at the end of the film, whenever they're riding their bikes past it, they're like, oh yeah, don't look at that. Telling the kids not to look at it. Yeah, it was really brutal death. And then the other good death. What's your guys' favorite deaths? Let's talk about the favorite deaths here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Corey, go ahead and shoot. What's your favorite death on this one? I already told you mine.
Okay, so my favorite death was Ray Liotta, for sure. That was great.
Okay.
That was great. His character was great in this. This was a good finale role for him.
Yeah, which R.I.P. Ray Liotta. R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Unless they have something else in the can. I don't know if they have anything else in the can already, but
he was in the middle of filming another movie when he passed. So I don't know if they're going to actually come out with any of the footage on that. I think they said they might have been halfway through it. So I really don't know. But yeah, I thought Ray Liotta was pretty good. What's the black guy's name? Or Shay Jack, Ice Cube's son. Isn't it Ice Cube's son?
It sure looked like Ice Cube. I kept looking the whole time doing double takes. Like, is that why does that look like Ice Cube?
Yeah, it's his son, O'Shea Jackson. I thought he was.
He's
pretty
a big
good
boy.
In his role.
He's way bigger than his dad.
Yeah. He is. He's got a robust belly. And when the cop managed to blow two of his fingers off that went side by side.
How does that even make sense? They're not even next to each other.
I was like, oh man. Now Ray Liotta's son, I don't know. I didn't care for him too much. He just seemed kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, he's kind of wimpy. What you think about Ray Liotta's son? His name was Eddie. He just seemed
very nondescript.
Kind of like
yeah.
Kind of like a drag.
Yeah, pretty blase.
Yeah.
Although I do have to say, so one thing that caught me is kind of like unrealistic on the part of Ray Liotta. So who was that in the beginning? Was that the guy from Nip Tuck? I forget that guy's name. I think that's who that was. But he's dumping,
throwing the
cocaine out the plane, right? And then he smacks his head and dies in the air, right? That was hilarious. But that airplane's going a couple 100 miles an hour. They're throwing the bags of cocaine into this like forest area. So you got already probably a 10 to 20 mile stretch of bags randomly scattered throughout Georgia and wherever. So I got confused over why the hell Ray Liotta thought he and his boys could go out in the woods and find all $80 million worth of cocaine. I don't know what kind of I don't know who was supposed to be picking up that cocaine in the beginning in the first place, because why are you going to do that? What, you going to dump it over 10-mile stretch of land? Like, what is your problem? So that didn't make much sense. Then you got people from like multiple states, right? Georgia and Missouri and where else, right? So the big black cop, he goes, I'm going to Georgia, right? But were those other people in Georgia? I thought they were in the same place that he was. They were in Missouri or Ohio or whatever. So they didn't clarify anyone's travels to go to the woods to get this cocaine.
Right.
And I was confused as hell how people from freaking Missouri are now in Georgia. Or are they? I didn't even know. It was like they was doing too much cocaine when they wrote the script and didn't realize they needed to explain some shit.
Well, not only that, you got Ray Liotta's character acting like that if he just gets one bag of cocaine, one duffel bag of cocaine, that his debt will be paid to this freaking cartel. How many bags of cocaine did that dude throw off of that freaking plane? Like, they're going to be okay with one bag of cocaine? Someone just let him have one bag of cocaine and get him the hell out of here. There's like, 20 of them out there randomly in the forest? They're after this one specific one? Like, go someplace else and find another one.
So let me switch sides on this here momentarily, despite my confusion. This was perfectly straight out of an 80s movie that didn't make sense, right? So this was, you could say that the failure to explain the plot properly was part of the throwback. I'm assuming it wasn't. I'm assuming they just screwed up and couldn't have added that extra 5 minutes because they was high. But nonetheless, the failure to really relay the proper plot and little nuances of it was also very reminiscent of horrible 80s movies.
I mean, that's spot on right there. I'm with you, Corey. The logistics was probably pretty bad. and I think the whole premise was supposed to be, well, I think the guy was supposed to jump out of the airplane, collect the bags he had thrown, and then the delivery would be made. But of course, as he's dancing, he managed to hit his head and knock himself out. I'm just like, my God, man. Is that what happened in real life?
I don't think the real life story is like nearly as exciting. I watched what's his name, Mr. Ballin on YouTube, and he did a 20-minute thing on Cocaine Bear, and like the original story was like pretty boring. So
it was good that they used some live footage from the time at the beginning of the film. So that looked like live news coverage from the 80s. That's what it looked like.
So allegedly, I'm reading Wikipedia here, and according to Wikipedia, it is loosely inspired by the true story of the cocaine bear, in quotes, an American black bear that ingested nearly 75 pounds of lost cocaine. So, 75 pounds of lost cocaine. That sounds a little bit unrealistic. 75 pounds of cocaine is a statue of me weighing 300 pounds. That's like what 75 pounds of cocaine would look like. I mean, it would be massive. It's a huge ass pile. So, yeah. In this movie, he definitely didn't eat no 75 pounds. But one thing I was disappointed in is we didn't see the bear's discovery of the cocaine. By the time we're introduced to the bear,
that's true.
He's a raging coke addict already. So that could have been just an extra 60 seconds that they put in there. But maybe that probably went over on their CGI budget.
You got a good point there. The CGI budget does matter. That does matter. We got to make sure we stay within our range. Got to make sure we stay within our range. Do we have the budget? I don't know if we got the budget. We've got Tomato Meter. Does Tomato Meter give you the budget? I don't think it does. Tomato Meter's got it ranked pretty good. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the budget.
Low. My guess is like 20 to 30,000. I mean, 20 to 30 million.
Oh, okay.
That's my
35 million. 30 to 35 million.
That's a little. I would think that's a little high. So it looks like at the box office, and I don't know how updated this is. I'm assuming this is as of this week or maybe last week. It looks as though Cocaine Bear has pulled in $58,551,000 and is ranked number 786 in the top rated R movies of all time.
I thought you were going to say 786 in the world of movies right now. I'm like, damn, there's 785 other movies going right now.
No, 786. I guess there haven't been a lot of blockbuster rated R movies. So it's ranked
Really?
786
Hold
at
on a
58
second.
million. Yeah.
So it's cracked the top 800.
Yeah. At 58.8 million. So, but I don't know how updated this is. This only goes up through, it looks like February the 24th. So we got a couple weeks behind here.
Oh yeah. That is true. I don't know. It just says, it says worldwide box as of right now. The numbers 58,551. I don't know.
So
I guess
when it's all said and done,
good.
and by the time this thing gets to like streaming, which it'll get to Netflix or one of these, it'll probably total like 200 million, 250 million, and it'll have been a success, So I do not want to see a sequel. I'll tell you that much. I'm not interested in the little baby cocaine bears. One thing I thought was
they were super freaking cute, though.
They were cute. That part where you're like, the thing was funny because like you always think bears want to eat people, right? But the bear was like onto that cocaine, and like when he saw that cocaine, and he went and sniffed it off that leg, that was just great, right? So like that cocaine was fueling the bear. It wasn't like he just did it once and went crazy. He wanted more, and that I thought was killer.
Yeah. Now, something that we had talked off screen about beforehand, Corey, is that we felt like that the bear didn't eat enough people.
No, you're correct.
I felt like it could have ate a few more people.
Right, but when you look at the entire cast of characters, it only had like 25 people in the whole movie. So here we get back to budgets, right? So although I'll get killed in a movie by a bear for free. All right, call me Hollywood.
That'd be marketing, right? Well, there was the one guy who's a comedian. Let me get his name. That was the paramedic. Let's see if we get his name right there. Yeah, Scott Seiss. Yeah, Scott Seiss. He's actually a comedian, travel comedian. Y'all probably seen him on TikTok, and he does his little stand up where he's working in a store, and somebody asks him a stupid question, and then he comes back with a racy answer. So I thought his role was pretty good. They were just pretty much bear food in the movie. But I thought he did pretty good for the moments he was in there. That's the way I always think of when you open the door into a room and you see some shit that you probably didn't want to be a part of. You always close it back real slow. Maybe they didn't see me.
And here's the thing about certain comedians is that their comedy stems from how they look and how they can hold their features, right? So when you look at the paramedic, the facial expressions that he is making are what solidify his character, like just now I was just looking through some pictures of him from the movie, and like his facial expressions are what did it, sometimes a comedian will tell a joke and it's not that funny, but you have someone else do it, and maybe they're like a short fat guy or something, and they do the same exact joke and they get they blow up the crowd, so a lot of times it's the person themselves and how they hold themselves. And I thought he did a killer job in this. Before the movie came out, he actually did like a 30-second short on like YouTube or TikTok or something where he's like, you're going to see Cocaine Bear, and it's about a cocaine and a bear. There ain't no plot, there ain't no nothing. You're going to like it. And it was hilarious. I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah. What do you think about the paramedics? Did you like the paramedic, Ryder?
Yeah, they basically just came in to. I thought that scene was really funny because with the park ranger lady, she came in and she was talking about the bear, and then the what was the name of that group? That little punk group, guys. What did she call them?
Oh dear God, I can't remember the name of it, but that was downright pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They might as well have been wearing drawers on their head. You know what I'm saying? They look like they had pronouns. You know. Yeah, I was just waiting for them to say their pronouns. I was like, "Bo, who are y'all guys?" And then when they tried to fight, fight my man in the bathroom, and he just proceeded to kick all their asses. I was like, I thought he was gonna pull his gun out, you know what I'm saying? But he just said, "No, I'm just gonna kick their ass."
But it was funny because the gang, that little park freaking gay gang that they got going on there, thought that they were talking about the dude that beat them all up in the bathroom, and then the park ranger comes in and she's talking about the bear. But they don't know that. So whenever they're like, oh, yeah, and then she opens the door and she kills the one dude. Yeah. Then the paramedics come. Yeah, the paramedic scene was good, and I liked how the bear, he shut the door, and then the bear just knocks down the door, and then bear's on top of him with the door on top of him, and he's trying to like figure out how to get out. I thought the park ranger lady had like an arm missing. That would have been more badass. The bear should have taken off her arm.
Yes, any missing a limb would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Now the bear did take off my man's hand, or he bit it. When he flew back up front, the hand just kind of fell off. It was classic to sitting there in the damn floor. The bear is just chasing after the back of him, and the bear jumps, and I'm like, at that point in time, I'm like, is the bear gonna make it? Is it gonna come up just short and they're gonna get away? No, he made it right in there. I was like, hot damn. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting them like to come up short, because I thought maybe the paramedics were going. I don't know why I thought they were going to live. I thought they were going to be able to get away and like get her to get some cops or something to come out, but nah. So that did shock me right there when that happened. Now this had a kind of a two mama bear setup. Now we don't know originally that the cocaine bear is actually a mother. Actually female and the mother, but we do find that out later on when she has her cubs. Now, one of the interesting parts of this is when the bear captures Carrie, I believe that's her name. No, Sarah. I'm sorry, Sarah captures her daughter and takes her back to the cubs. I thought that was weird.
It was weird, but it was your somewhat stereotypical, unnecessary plot twist. I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm. Now, somebody tried to explain this. They were like, sometimes bears would use humans to protect their cubs. I was like, do what? I mean,
what they had to do was,
maybe that's the case.
You have to think that they had to. This is the point, and which in the movie, and this is in every movie, and we've discussed this before, where you have the climax of the film, where you have a conflict that needs to get resolved, right? So they had to insert something big, something bigger than it had happened previously in the film, more than people just getting killed. They had to put that plot twist in there. So I think it made a lot of sense the way they did it.
Okay. Ryder, what do you think about that?
I think that I want to see a Harambe movie. They need to do a Harambe movie. Dicks out for Harambe, baby. Everyone's just got their dicks out the entire movie, dude. I think that would be...
Ryder. Look, history has shown us that when you ask for stuff, it is delivered. They gave it to us on The Last of Us, okay? You asked for more gay shit, and the gay shit came. You know what I'm saying? They did not disappoint you. So, I mean, let's not tempt fate, okay?
I want this one to be a documentary, though. I don't even want it to be an action film. Okay. I just want it to be called Dicks Out for Harambe, and I want it to be a Netflix original movie.
What's the budget going to be? What's our budget going to be?
A good budget is probably like $5,000. I think it could be made for $5,000.
Oh, so handheld cameras. Just handheld cameras. Just right from Walmart. Just picking one up. There it is.
Guerrilla filmmaking. I mean, shit, there's been people that's filmed an entire movie on their iPhones now. There's been several movies made like that. Just get your iPhone
Found footage. Maybe found footage Harambe.
Found footage Dicks Out for Harambe movie. Hell yeah, that's a movie I want to see.
You see how off the rails this thing gets, guys. I mean, it gets real off the rails, but we'd be like, damn, was it a Norfolk Southern or whatever the hell it is, the damn train. They can't keep the damn train on the tracks because the boat. They can't
third
keep
train off the rails today. Yeah, third train off the rails today.
Bo, y'all losing money by the minute, man. I mean, cashing out.
But what made me think of that is you guys were talking about the bear grabbing the little girl and taking her to the cave. That's kind of like what Harambe was doing for that little kid that got inside the enclosure. Like it really wasn't like hurting the kid, and that was like the whole thing. And they killed it with a dart or whatever. Put it to sleep. Well, it was like a lethal injection or whatever, and they killed it. And that's what everyone was all in an outrage about, because it didn't actually hurt the child. It was just standing over the child, like protecting the kid. I think this was in the Columbus Zoo, I believe. This was a while back. If people don't remember Dicks Out for Harambe, then you're missing out. Go research it. Look into it. Hashtag Dicks Out for Harambe. We're bringing it back, baby.
There it is. So Sarah was Mama Bear Part 2, and they kind of used her to juxtapose the original Mama Bear. Now with Ray Liotta's character, he was just pretty much a drug dealer. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's all he was. I mean, there's no nuance in his character. Hey, look, I need my drugs. I'll kill who I have to kill to get my drugs back. And that's kind of it. But I thought it was very interesting how they used the bear at the end of the film to almost become a protagonist. What do you think about that, Corey? Because Sid's kind of now like he's like the bad guy of the film.
Yep, the bear's the bad guy, and then he became the good guy. So that was I would say that's a throwback to an 80s movie, but that would have to be like in the elite level of twists of plot and character development. So no, it was killer. It was because you're rooting for the bear by the time the movie's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at that point in time, because Sid he shot the cop, killed the cop, which I don't know what the cop's plan was. Black guy who was up there. I mean, he done climbed up there, and I'm just like,
the whole incident with the roof and there. Put your gun down. No, I need the gun. No, move it over there. Okay, we're gonna help each other, but then we're gonna put the guns on each other again. The whole thing was just ridiculous.
It was. Then of course Ray Liotta with his sniper skills, he done shot him from fucking 200 yards away. Square in the belly. I said, "Damn, Bo, I didn't know my man was a sniper. He got an old hunting rifle out there."
I love how in the movies you get shot in the belly and you're dead right away.
Yeah, instant death. Well, gunshot wound. What do you think? How long?
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, all your bile in your liver starts to ooze out and just dissolve your intestines. It's not a pretty sight.
Wow. Okay.
Random facts in this episode. I love it.
Wow. All right, guys. Hey, look. We got we not only entertainment, we can be have key and pertinent information at times. Now I don't know what times those are, but sometimes we do say something that may pique your interest. Let's just say that. So we did almost a full 180 from where, and you almost kind of forget that the bear has killed random innocent people. It's just kind of just like swept under the rug. It's just like, oh yeah, it ain't the guy that the park ranger wanted to fornicate with. They killed all the paramedics who were there to help people. They killed a couple of the gay gang. But that's all good though, because now the bear is taking out evil. So it did flip it right on its head, right there at the end. Let's see. Y'all got anything else on this film? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, there ain't much to it, and that's the best part about it. That was really the best thing. Like sitting through the last movie I saw before this was Quantumania, and I'm sitting there the whole time, just like it was so hard for me not to just walk out to the arcade and play their 20-year-old video games for $0.25 a piece. And so this one I was totally into watching it. I just wished it had more death. It needed more death. It had plenty of cocaine, but yeah, more death would have been, a more wider variety of death would have been great. We got heads blown off, we got guts ripped open. So there's a lot there's a lot more they could have done. But hey, on a cheap budget, I'm glad these guys had a successful film, and I hope to see more like it. I'm going to give it a whopping 7 cubes out of 10.
7 cubes. Hey guys, if you haven't went and watched the Scorched Earth, overpowered Corey Hughes on the Quantum Mania, this is what he was saying when he was in there.
Execute Order 66.
You couldn't even enjoy the film. It's man, I can't enjoy this film, boy. Corey's so scorched earth. I mean, they want to turn to enjoy, but I mean, if you were trying to figure out the plot, it's like, Ryder, you got anything to close us out on this film? Hey, how did you feel about the film? Film good? How many cubes?
I thought it was great. I'll give it a solid 8 cubes out of 10. I think it was good.
Okay.
Just a little higher than Corey's analysis. I don't think we'll ever see another movie for the rest of the year higher than 7 cubes for Corey. So this is a moment. We should all bask in this moment right now, because this is as good as it gets, folks. We might get the same level with John Wick 4. We might come close.
Let me just say this about my movie-going experience this time. I enjoyed walking up to the counter and saying 3, please, and then giving him my debit card, and then having him giving me paper tickets. That was the greatest thing ever. I'm glad to see that aspect of movie-going isn't dead, and that they haven't replaced their concession people with robots or touch screens or none of that crap. So
yeah, but they're on their way. ChatGPT will be damn giving you tickets next. Hey, I did have this article up here. They had a whole lot of moviegoers that went and watched Cocaine Bear. Said that it was out of line. Okay, said it was out of line. It said that a lot of the viewers complained about the new film encouraging drug use and not suitable for kids. Well, it is rated R, so of course it's not suitable for kids per se. I mean, if you got your 6-year-old in there, I mean, it's like probably not the film to see. I mean, what do y'all think about that?
Well, why is rated R 17, but everything else is 18? I think they did that just so critics could complain that shit's not good for kids.
Oh, is that right? I thought it had to be 18.
No, 17.
Is that right, Ryder? Are we right there?
I thought it was 18, but they could have lowered it. I know that they changed some of the rating systems back like 3 or 4 years ago. They changed the rating system, so they could have dropped it to 17. But
no, it's always been 17.
I thought it was 18. Every time I went to the theater, you had to be 18 back in the day. Whenever I was going as a kid, you had to be 18 to get into a rated R movie.
I mean, that's the whole purpose of the NC-17 rating. NC-17 was nobody under 17 is admitted, whereas rated R is 17 is admitted as long as they have a parent. So that's that.
Okay. Now, this film was made by Elizabeth Banks. Y'all know who that is, right?
Ringing a bell.
Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Great movie.
I did not realize that at first, which could be a kind of an onus back to some of the films that they used to do back in the day. Her, Seth Rogen, because their films were raunchy, a little bit more raunchier back in the day. And when I say back in the day, well, I'm talking about like 6-7 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Folks could get up there and pop a titty out and say something outlandish, and it was okay. Folks didn't, act the fool. Now, if somebody does that in the movie, we, you get crucified, and then we got bitches up here on OnlyFans all day, show their whole ass, get ran by the whole community. It's like, oh yeah, they empowered. I'm like, hold on a second now. I mean, so I can't make a movie, but she's empowered because she done got ran through. I got you. I mean, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. It doesn't make any sense to me. But one of the moviegoers said up here says, as the extreme movie enthusiast that I am, I found this movie was lacking some soul and desire. Ryder, what do you think? Soul and desire, was that missing?
I don't think that this movie was supposed to have soul and desire. This is just a popcorn flick, go turn your brain off type of movie. If they were looking for soul and desire, they should have went and seen freaking Creed 3.
Yeah, Interstellar is...
Go see Creed 3.
Yeah. So let me make a comparison here. I kind of sort of understand what they're saying. I mean, when you try to recreate the magic of the 80s in that period, it's difficult to do, right? And so instead of Coke Classic, you end up with New Coke. It's still Coke, but it's new Coke, right?
Listen,
And so
folks that wanted to go see this movie knew exactly what they were getting into. They had to have watched the trailer. They seen the trailer. It showed during the Super Bowl, right? Cocaine Bear.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you think that you're going to get with a movie titled Cocaine Bear than a bear on cocaine?
I want to see
Killing
Cocaine
people.
Bear meets Deadly Night. Mm-hmm. Santa's coming down the chimney, and there's a bear on the loose in the house on cocaine.
Oh, some mixture.
That'll be a fan film in like 4 years.
All right, yeah. So we got a little bit more right up here. It said I would give this movie 0 stars. Corey gave a movie 0 stars right here recently. Said it was a waste of time, and I would love it if I could get a refund. It was way too incredibly gory and violent. We wanted to cry and throw up. Okay, so Marshili is a pussy. Okay, that's just all there is to it. This movie was not overly gory and violent. Has this particular person not watched any Saw movie? Any of the Saw movies? I mean, hot damn. If you want to see something gory and violent, I mean, shit, dude.
And they're making a new one. There's a new Saw movie actually coming out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they got folks
so
chopping their hands off and stuff.
They make a dozen goddamn Saw movies. That dude's been dead since the first movie.
Yeah.
Okay, this is some.
It's
Scream.
copycats. It's like Scream. You know, everybody. Oh, I'm gonna wear the mask now. You know what I'm saying?
So they are starting the push for Scream 6. I don't know if you are a Scream fan or if you've seen others. I don't know if Scream is worth spending money to go to theaters to see, but I'll definitely steal a copy of it.
I've never been a fan of the Scream franchise. Like I've watched the first one years ago, and I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was kind of.
Well, I think the attraction was that it was kind of meta because they talked about what happens in the horror movie in the movie, right? So like it was one of the first movies that kind of had this like meta thing going on, and I think that was kind of what attracted people to it.
Okay. So we got another one up here, man. I like when I was able to find stuff like this. Let's see. I'd never want to watch a film like this again. What a complete waste of time and very degrading to bears. This is a Carl Brady. How dare it have been passed and made? Bears are beautiful animals that deserve to be respected. Man, what is that? I mean,
I wish I would have came off the rip. I wish I would have came off the rip with that review and just said that right off the jump. It's an amazing.
This
Call Peter.
Profoundly disturbing because it made bears made bears out to be the villains. It's like, do what, man? Hey, look, man. Hey, be careful with folks who are just overall just over the top nature lovers, man. But any little thing, man, they be wanting to know if the horses got hurt. You know, when a horse gets shot in something, when the dog get put, did the animals get hurt? Man, stop being a damn pussy, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, get out of here, dude. No, they didn't actually kill the horse in the movie. Come on, man. I mean, what's wrong with you? Man, there'd be folks there tomorrow, bud. If you kill an animal in a movie, but the whole thing be shut down. Now, you can shoot somebody in a movie and kill them, all right, and you'll be back filming it in a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I like Alec Baldwin. And they'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You shoot an animal, man, shut the set down. It's over. No more filming of this movie. We've hurt an animal. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see if I think I got one more up here, okay? I got one more up here. Let's see. Yeah, Tanya Mitchell. She got something good for her. She's a Karen. So let's see. Blood, guts, and intestines being eaten is not suitable for kids. It's like, guys, these are the people that's going out here to watch Cocaine Bear. Are they okay? Was Puss in Boots not still in theaters? Is that not still in theaters? Puss in Boots. I mean, there had to be something else. What else is in theaters at this moment? We don't. Hell, Ant-Man was still in there. Hell, that's got plenty of nothing going on. So I mean, you could have definitely went and watched that. I guess they've already seen that. So we got people who thought this movie was over the top when this has been, which we kind of complained that we wanted to be a little bit more over the top. So, they don't need to go watch Evil Dead Rise. Godly. If they thought this was bad, man, if you just watched the trailer of Evil Dead Rise, you'd be like, well, shit, man, this ain't nothing. You watch the whole movie, it is. Because there's going to be some outlandish shit going on in that movie. So,
yeah, and the trailer
guys,
for that played before we watched Cocaine Bear 2, which was badass.
Yeah.
They showed the Red
Yeah,
Band
yeah,
trailer in the theater as well, so it was cool.
Yeah, which we did a review of that. So if you hadn't seen the review of us on that trailer, go check that out. So that's the Cocaine Bear, guys. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Solid. I owe this to the Violent Night that we watched right here recently. Kind of a similar feel as far as movies goes. Definitely a one-off movie. Don't spin it. Don't remake it. Don't sequel it. Let it go. You did
Unless it's in space. You can sequel it if it's in space. Cocaine Bear in space.
Don't do Cocaine Bear. God, hey, look. Outlandish stuff comes out here, okay? And look, it's going to end up coming true. Because we just been predictors right here recently. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, guys, that's Cocaine Bear. Check it out when it comes out on DVD. Do they still do DVDs? I think they do. If you got a DVD player.
I ain't owned a disc player in a decade, so
Blu-ray. Well, I
never Blu-ray. You Blu-ray?
I got a Blu-ray. I got a PS5. It's got a Blu-ray player. Y'all laughing at me. I mean, I got one. I mean, I just get laughed out the building. I mean, I'm like, well, what's going on? I Blu-ray every once in a while. I mean, damn. Or when it comes to your streaming network, or if you want to do something that starts with a P and ends with a rate, if that's the type of stuff that you're into, and you can find a good copy, which, from my understanding, y'all couldn't find a good copy of it initially. So there might not be a good copy out right now. We ain't got the prime thieves out there right now trying to get a good copy of the Cocaine Bear, which probably makes sense because it's not a blockbuster film, but that's okay. When it comes out, check it out. Definitely a good time. Don't let your 6-year-old kids watch it if you're scared that they're going to see blood, guts, and all that stuff and see somebody using cocaine. So, y'all got anything else for the people out there?
Nah.
Wrapped up tightly, nice bow. So
dicks out for her.
Bruh. Right. We've got more. We've got a new episode of Mandalorian going to bring to you guys. We've got The Last of Us, which hopefully Ryder's got some time to stay up. If not, we're going to record that because that last episode was fire. John Wick's coming out. Shazam. Man, we got stuff. We still got to do a few trailers. Fast and Furious. We got to talk about the legacy of the Fast and Furious, or whatever legacy is left. So yeah, we got plenty coming y'all way. Be on the lookout for that from your boy XQ420, the powerful one Corey Hughes, the aficionado Ryder Lee. We'll catch y'all on the next Showtime with the Cube. Peace out.